Payback started strong, but by the end of the show, it was money back that we were all wanting. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, here for your WWE Payback 2023 review. And I say money back because, let's be honest, the longer this show went, the worst it got. And I will give it credit. I thought the show started really good, and I enjoyed some of the matches. I really did. But the last two matches for me almost put me to sleep. Rhea Ripley defeating Raquel Rodriguez in a boring, just a big woman, a big butch, masculine woman slugfest that was not entertaining. It was pretty botched. It's just two women standing toe to toe and slugging it out. Nothing interesting about that match. And then the main event, it was half an hour of predictable garbage that we knew Seth Rollins was going to win. He did win, and then nothing happened after the match. So the last two matches for me completely killed this pay-per-view. However, before that, it was pretty good, and I will give it credit. So, I mean, let's talk about the opener. Steel cage match, Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. We can criticise the feud. We can say it hasn't been great, because let's be honest, it hasn't. It's been really, really lackluster, but tonight they delivered. Both women put on an absolute great match, and I think this should have been the main event. I think Trish Becky Lynch should have main evented. It was worthy of being the main event. It was a really, really good match, and I enjoyed it big time. We've seen a massive suplex from Becky Lynch to Trish off the top of the cage. We had a big lump on the top of Trish Stratus's head. I think she maybe took a massive shot into the steel, or maybe it was a strike from Becky. I'm not too sure, but Trish had a big massive welt on the top of her forehead. It was just a really good match. We got Zoe Stark getting involved. I don't know why they need it so much. I don't know why they needed to make Becky Lynch look so strong, though. If Becky Lynch was going to win clean, did we really need Zoe Stark to get involved? And then after the match, Becky hits a manhandle slam off the top rope, and Trish blames the Zoe Stark, and she slaps her, but then Stark hits her with the said 360, and then she tosses the thank you shirt at Trish. So I'm not too sure if we're going to get Trish versus Zoe Stark going forward. I hope not, but what we did get was a really good women's match, and probably one of the best women's matches I've seen in WWE for a very long time. So yeah, Trish versus Becky Lynch definitely delivered. Plus they both looked really hot tonight as well, so I'll give them credit. Up next, we've got John Cena. He came out, he says that he is the host. He's never been a host before, so he wants to do things that he has not really done, and he books himself to be the special guest referee. The Miz comes out, Miz tells him you can't do this. Cena then asks the Miz for some advice. Miz brags about how he has hosted gigs like WrestleMania, so he tells Cena that he's going to give him help. Miz knocks Cena's attire, tells me he looks like a Teletubby. Miz says when he was being the host for Mania, he wore a £40,000 suit. So why is Cena dressed like that? Cena then takes it on board and says that, well, if you want me to take more control, I'm going to take control by keeping me in this match. So it's Cena, special guest referee, Miz versus LA Knight. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. Cena got involved. Cena was interacting, arguing with both guys. LA Knight in the end wins, and then LA Knight and Cena had a little bit of needle towards the end. So if I had to assume something's going to happen, I guess we're going to get Cena versus LA Knight up next, because it did look like Cena and LA Knight were not happy. They did shake hands, but I think we'll see Cena versus LA Knight next, and I enjoyed this match. It was fun, it was entertaining, and I cared about it. I had an interest in it, and adding Cena gave it even more of an appeal. So yeah, good match there. Cena with a special guest referee, LA Knight getting the win. Then we moved on to Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar. Not too happy about this match, just boring. I was happy when it ended. Santos Escobar, I don't know what he's doing, but why doesn't he just break up? I don't get it. Rey Mysterio, Escobar, LWO, I would break them up. I think you're dragging Rey down, putting him with this group. But Rey beats Austin Theory, gets him with the roll up, and then I don't know why he just didn't beat him clean, but no, he got him with the roll up. So is what it is. LWO stood tall. Austin Theory I guess has to go back to the drawing board. We then got a backstage segment with Tiffany Stratton and Becky Lynch. Tiffany Stratton says that she's sorry for telling Becky she was an NXT champion. She never was, and Becky tells Stratton why did you crawl out of your Mattel box, referencing the fact that she looks like a Barbie, which she kind of does, so I guess that's fair enough. Then we got the Steel City Street Fight. I mean, this was a good match. Balor and Damian Priest versus Owens and Cena. Kevin Owens did a swanton off the balcony and he kind of missed the table and landed on his fucking ass, so that looked like it hurt. We got Dominic Mysterio getting involved. We got JD McDonagh getting involved. And then, of course, we got the big butch freak herself, Rhea Ripley, coming in, spearing Kevin Owens and helping Balor and Priest become the new champ. So, just so fucking predictable that Rhea Ripley has to come out. She has to be the one that takes out Kevin Owens. She has to be the one that deals the damage. And she helps Judgment Day become victorious and become Undisputed Tag Team Champions. So, yeah, it looks like Judgment Day have got all the belts. So if you don't like Judgment Day, it's time to close your fucking eyes, because it doesn't look like they're going to be giving up belts anytime soon. But this was a really good match, so I mean, I'll give them credit. It was good. We then got the Grayson Waller effect. Not a lot happened here. Cody Rhodes welcomed out Jey Uso. He says that he's pulled all his stroke to get Jey Uso to come to Raw. Then Jey Uso came out and hit a super kick on Grayson Waller. So Jey Uso is going to be the new member of Monday Night Raw. Glad to see Jey Uso back. I think he's definitely the best thing to come out of the Bloodline. I'm excited to see what he can do on Raw. Can he be a main event guy on Raw? Can he be a world champion on Raw? I don't see why not. I definitely could see Jey Uso as a champion on Raw now that he's got away from the rest of the Bloodline. So we'll see if he can excel on Monday nights. Then we got Raquel versus Rhea Ripley. Like I say, just two big women that were... The match wasn't great. They were just hitting each other with clubbing blows, big strikes, just two big women. I mean, they were... It was almost like it was Big Show versus Khali here, just big physical strikes. Match wasn't great. Dominic comes out again to help Rhea Ripley. Judgment Day retain. Seen it once, seen it a million times. Judgment Day just don't know how to lose. Every single time they're in a match, they win. Boring. But I didn't really expect Raquel to win because she doesn't have a gimmick. She comes out and flexes her back muscles, and that's about as much character development as they've gave Raquel Rodriguez. So I'm not surprised that she did not win this. Then Cena cut another interview where he was doing a correspondent job, I guess, and he interviewed the Judgment Day. Finn Balor said the champs are here. So, I mean, Finn Balor, the only time he can say anything good is when he steals Cena's line. And then we got the main event, guys. Nakamura versus Seth Rollins for the title. Just didn't like this match. Maybe it's because I was tired at the end, or maybe this match just wasn't very good. But either way, Nakamura loses to Seth Rollins. It seemed like it went on for a very long time. A very long time. I also thought it was uneventful. Not a lot happened, in my opinion. I was expecting a cash-in towards the end. We didn't get that either. Seth Rollins just won with a stomp out of nowhere. Literally, stomp out of nowhere, 1, 2, 3, and that was it. Seth Rollins sells his back injury. Seth Rollins is down on one knee. Nakamura looks upset that he lost, and that was the end, guys. So, I mean, some really good matches tonight, but the ending was very uneventful. I think that the Becky Lynch match could have been last for sure. Or who knows, maybe they could have put the tag team title match on last since it was a street fight. And I think that would have been a good ending to the show, but I just did not like this. Seth Rollins winning with a stomp out of nowhere. And then, you know, retaining the championship. So, overall, a long night of wrestling. You had Collision on the night, CM Punk getting fired. One of the worst WWE cards I've seen, but at least some of the matches delivered. I'll give it a bit of credit, and it was fun to see Cena as the host. So I'm going to give this show a 4 out of 10. I'm going to get a 4 out of 10. I thought some of the matches were good. I enjoyed the steel cage match, and Cena being the guest host definitely added something. But for me, the Rey Mysterio Austin Theory match, the Rhea Ripley Raquel match, and the main event sucked. So 3 matches I liked, 3 matches I didn't like. I'm getting a 4 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts down below, guys. I'll catch you in the next one, and of course, until then, peace.